You hear border wall, you think anti-immigration and discrimination. I hear border wall, I think opportunity.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
When I hear border wall, when I hear trying to get budget for that border wall, I think opportunity, man. This is a great opportunity to finally get some meat and bones legislation going on for undocumented people, for illegal people, and for the border. I think there's actually a middle ground that everybody won't be very, very happy with, but at the same time, we'll look at it and say, okay, this can be done. This would be my ideal, I guess, law or legislation. If anybody disagrees with me, please let me know. As long as you're not being disrespectful, we'll talk about it. So this is what I'm looking at, man. Everybody's worried about these other countries, the asylum from these other countries, the caravanners out there waiting, and people trying to get in. Well, what people in the United States gotta understand, especially people who are so against this wall and just want to simply say fuck Trump without knowing the facts in the matter. Let me tell you this: we, as of today, in the United States, have over 11 million illegals living among us. And that's on the low side. Some people think it's upward of 24 million. But let's say 11 million people. Well, whether the wall gets built, whether the wall doesn't get built, whether we keep fighting and screaming at each other about what we should do, what we shouldn't do, these people are still illegal. That means there's 11 million illegals times however members of their family they have that are scared that their father's going to get deported, mother's going to get deported, son, daughter going to get deported. So there's a lot of people living in limbo. They're not quite in the shadows like everybody says, but they are definitely one DUI or just getting pulled over from being deported and having their life dramatically changed. Okay, so that being said, you got 11 million people here. That's a huge number that we can work with. I would say this: the wall is something that is not new. It's just the way that Trump says it that people just fucking dislike, man. Trump is he's a developer. He's a crude developer. He's maybe a 100 millionaire or a billionaire. I don't really care how much money the guy has. The guy just has a lot of money. He's been developing for many years, and he's a fucking asshole. I know how these developers are because I work around a lot of them, and these guys are just cutthroat and they're about the money. But at the same time, they're about making deals, man. So I would propose this. He wants a certain amount of money for his wall. I would sit there and say, first of all, we're not making a concrete wall, which he has already agreed upon. We're making some type of fencing. And that we already have down the border. But if you give him a partial amount of money, the first thing the Dems should do, okay, listen, man, I'm going to give you $2.5 billion. With those $2.5 billion, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to sign into law those kids with DACA, and they're going to have their pathway to get their paperwork and eventually become citizens. That's one. The next phase you've got to put armed forces, or you've got to put ground troops, which could be National Guard on the border. You can use them there to train. They're already on payroll, so that's not much money that you're going to have to come out of pocket. Like I said, these guys are already on payroll. It's hard money already coming out of the government every day and every year. The Democrats, however, are going to get up in arms and scream and are going to say that we're militarizing the border, that we're becoming some kind of police state, yada, yada, yada. Well, it's not. If you don't put the military and close up your border, where do you put them? And what do you do with them? You don't sit there and just leave the borders open and let people do whatever they fuck they want. If this is our hood, we're protecting our hood, and that's our borders. But by the Dems giving into that, you have to ask for something else. And what do you ask for? You ask for a pathway to citizenship for these 11 million people. Okay, so once you put the borders on there, you get paperwork where you register all these 11 million people. This is within the first couple years. You register the 11 million people. You don't give them green cards off the back by any way, shape, or form. You make them now officially undocumented immigrants. You hear that phrase thrown around a lot. A lot of Republicans hate it because they say, no, they're illegals. And then people on the left are saying, no, they're just undocumented immigrants. Well, truth be told, they are illegal right now because they can get deported. So if you can get deported, you're fucking illegal. You can say all day long, hey, I'm an undocumented fucking immigrant. Well, when they're kicking you out to Tijuana or anywhere else, guess what? You're fucking illegal to them. So the plan that I'm proposing is going to take about 10 years. So like I said, we've got the National Guard down now, but with that, we've got people now registered. Within the first 5 years of these people being in the country, you give them their green card. Because within 5 years, you're going to get the guys getting the DUIs. You're going to get the guys who are doing the robberies. You're going to get the bad guys who are fucking up. And you know what? They're going to get deported. And as they get deported, you got National Guard on the fucking border. It's going to be much harder for these guys to get in. If it's $15,000 to get in now, if you put the National Guard out there, man, it's going to be like 25 grand. You're really not going to get as many bad guys as you would before. Okay, so after the 5-year mark, these people now have official green cards. All right. So once you have your green card, there should be another phase of money that kicks into the feds that they want for their border fucking wall, their border fence, whatever they want to call it, dude. For technology, for drones, for underground shit. I mean, we've got so much technology in the United States. You're telling me we can't fucking close up a border real good? Yeah, we could. I mean, we're never gonna seal it tight. I'm not fucking delusional about that, but we could definitely tighten this ship up, man. So within the next, let's say after the 10-year mark, all right, let's say these people got their green cards at the 5-year mark. After the 10-year mark, the feds have now got the amount of money they want. The border is pretty much as secure as it has ever been. But after the 10-year mark, the people who signed up originally, who got their 5-year mark and got their green card, and now 10 years later, they still hold that green card, they should have the pathway to citizenship, man. The majority of people who fucked up, who are no good, aren't going to be there anymore, man. Within 10 years, you're going to get arrested. Within 10 years, if you're a fuck up, it's going to show. You're not going to hide 10 years and be a criminal. You're going to get deported. You're going to get caught. You're going to get your green card taken, and you're gone. This, I think, is a solution that both parties will actually be happy with. Yeah, you're still going to have people on each other's base talking shit, but those people are stuck to their ways. They're just completely left, or they're just completely right. Well, I'm talking to the people in the middle, man. I'm talking to the people that every day go to work, every day deal with this, whether it's immigration, whether it's them thinking they're taking your jobs away. I'm talking to the middle America who actually has a little bit of common sense. Nowadays, the people on the left, the people on the right, everybody's too quick to get offended. Everybody's too quick to fucking say their side's right and everybody's wrong. But that's just not how it works. Life is never, I'm just right and you're wrong. It's not. That's like any relationship. So, I mean, this way, I would at least think it's a pathway to citizenship. It's closing the borders. It's giving everybody everything everybody wants, at least in this country. After that, we can start figuring out what the immigration policy of people coming in. But as long as we have 11 million illegals here in the United States and we're not dealing with that, we're kicking the fucking problem down the fucking street again, man. You know, at least we're now beginning to speak about this. Like I said, border security is nothing new, dude. Go on YouTube, all right? Go on YouTube and look up border security from Bill Clinton. Look at border security on Obama. Look at border security on Bush. They've all said the same shit, man. They have all been talking the same rhetoric. We need to close the border. We need to do this. We need to do that. But the difference is that they've never really held their ground because they're always worried about their base and they're always worried about re-election. You know, they've never really held the country first. Most presidents just want their legacy to be fucking righteous and want people to talk about them in a great way and don't really give too much care about the United States as a whole. I mean, they just want to keep the masses happy. To the people who would sit there and say, no, these people came here illegally, they should get out of here, they're just illegal. Well, you're wrong. Are they illegal? Yes. But you know what? That's how the game was played. You think they got here just by accident? No, the governments have known for the last 40 years that illegals are coming in. They're doing certain jobs that Americans not just won't do, they probably won't do for that wage, but sometimes it's just they won't. You know, it's some backbreaking work that most Americans just don't want to do. I know because I work construction, I work concrete construction, and there's a lot of times that you'll have guys in there that will come work for half a day, and they're like, I'm gone, man. This is just too hard for me. And it's not even about the money. Sometimes you're going to get some good money. It's just too hard. Some people just can't handle that work, man. Put it that way. But so, like I said, for those people who are just going to sit there and say, fuck those 11 million people, they're illegal. Nah, man. the game was played like this. You come over here, you get a job, you start working, nobody really gave a shit. What really changed the game in immigration was after the 9/11 attacks. After the 9/11 attacks, that's when everybody got free reign to just be an asshole and start talking shit about every single illegal out here. And we as Latino, we've been out here and we've been working. Yeah, do we have some bad apples? Yes. But like I said, within those 5 or 10 years, those bad apples are gone, man. And they're going to continue to be gone. This is at least a plan that I think would work in some way, shape, or form. If they can actually discuss and get all the kinks out of it. This topic is a very debatable, hot topic here. It's rough, man. But what people need to understand also is that we all came to this country in one way, shape, or form. We can go back and say, oh, the white man stole it. Oh, they broke all kinds of trees. But you know what? I'm not worried about that. At the end of the day, I'm glad I'm in the United States. I'm fucking happy as shit that my family's here, and I wouldn't want to be in any other place in the world, man. And can we make it better? Yeah, of course we could make it better, but we could also make it worse. You know, I think the issue is that we just don't talk, man. People just scream. They pick Democratic side, Republican side, like they pick a gang. They choose that, and after that, that's it. That's their hood, and they just bang and fight with each other. But we're not gonna get anywhere that way. We need to be clear-headed and understand that there's different Americas. It's not just what you think in your head or where you live. You know, out here in California, we got a lot of liberals. People just think this is how the rest of the world is, and it's not, man. Midwest thinks much different. Texas thinks much different. Other parts of the country just have a different mindset of how the United States should be ran. But like they need to understand is we don't think like them either, but there has to be some kind of common ground. And as long as we still keep fucking fighting with each other, ain't nothing gonna get done, people. Like I said, both of these parties, it's like WWE. Behind the scenes, they're fighting. They're saying they're the worst people in the world. Fuck the Dems, fuck the Republicans. You're racist. You're fucking trying to give everything away. But behind the scenes, they all get along. They're all friends. The ones who are suffering, the ones that are left in the shit, that's us, people. We need to wake up. Anyhow, thank you guys very much for watching this video. I appreciate the subscriptions and the comments. I'll catch you guys later. Have a nice day, man. Later.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.